Alright, here's the monthly or bi-monthly Gamers Corner. First off, we're here to compare controllers between the PS3 and Microsoft's 360. As you can see here, probably not too well, got a PlayStation controller. Got, well, me turning on the damn system. You know, your two nubs here. Here you got your misaligned analog sticks. Jewel. Your four buttons.
The M&Ms.
Yeah, the M&Ms. Same trigger setup. Same exact trigger setup, but people say these are so easy to slip off of. What are they doing?
I have no idea. If you can't grasp the back end of a controller, you have no right to even pick up a fucking controller.
The only complaint I would really have with the 360 controller is the D-pad. The D-pad they have is garbage. What would you say about their D-pad?
Yeah, instead of being 4 separate buttons, it seems just to be one big unit, and it's no better than just another joystick, honestly. It's just not worth the hassle with it. I mean, it works, but it's very shoddy at best.
Alright, but overall, I'd say, you know, Sony's controller should get a 5, and Microsoft, excluding the D-pad, would be a 5, you think?
I think so.
So, both controllers, 5 out of 5. For all you people out there saying the controllers are so different or so hard to use, no. Just play the damn game. Alright. Well, we actually have, we might as well call this MLD edition here for a while. Right now we have MLD with the Sony Microsoft forums trying to justify the Xbox Republic, which should be called the Xbox Monarch forums. Because he's self-appointed power, you know. Haha, Monarch. You think they get this?
I have no idea.
Well, if you get, you're gonna hope. But he's saying Microsoft does not wish of other console talk on their forums, which is true. If they see it, they lock it. Sony, he says they don't allow it. I actually frequent there. There's actually talk about the Xbox, the Nintendo, and everything. Only time it gets locked is when it turns into a flaming fanboy war. Have you ever been on either of these forums?
I've been on at least both countless times on the Xbox forums, but I mean, I just recently started going to the PlayStation forums. I don't know how the moderators actually are on the PlayStation forums, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, they don't want wars between the two consoles on there, but they will let people openly debate as long as they're not arguing. As I know for the Xbox forums, they don't like anybody really speaking of PlayStation. I mean, he was correct on that, but people do it anyway. They don't really do anything about it. It's still open forums. I mean, that's everybody's public opinion.
Alright, then we have, like I said, we knocked out, actually, 2 topics at once there, Prophet. We did the forums and the Republic. Alright.
I still call it a fucking dictatorship. Emphasis on the dick.
Dictator. Anyway, folks, moving on. We have MLD and El Presador. How many videos from El Presador have you actually seen?
I've only seen about 2 or 3, but he seems to be a pretty straightforward guy. I mean, granted, I know he absolutely despises, you know, the Xbox Republic. I don't blame him, because, well, they're being misled. Instead of being a group of, you know, gamers, they're a group of fucking fanboys that really have no right to say anything whatsoever. Fanboys, to me, are just a bunch of fucking jokes that they have no right to really bash another console because they're too fucking pussyfied to even try them. I mean, the Xbox, sure, it has some great games. The PlayStation, sure, great games. Both systems. There's no reason to be fighting over this. It's more of a company battle than what it is a fan base battle. So I think the whole war itself is just complete bullshit.
Alright, my look on it. MLD feeds off of El Presador. If El Presador wasn't there, there would be no MLD. There would be no, you know, Xbox Monarch. El Presador, great comedian, great entertainer. MLD, very serious about what he does. He says he doesn't, but have you ever seen those huge bags under his eyes, like El Presador is really getting to him?
Oh, I think so. Biggest thing about how MLD presents everything, he acts like it's a big fucking joke, and if it is a joke, then that must be that fucking Canadian humor kicking in. It's just not funny.
No offense to you, Hooge. You're pretty good. Anyway, moving on. MLD was talking about the chat pad and keyboard for the PlayStation 3. He was saying how the chat pad for the 360 is much better, and how the keyboard on the chat pad keyboard for the PlayStation 3 was a little underwhelming and a bit intrusive, which it is, but you don't need the chat keyboard for the PlayStation 3. You can use your wireless actual PC keyboard or a USB keyboard and not pay an extra dime. Now, somebody signed on for you there, Prophet.
Yep.
Anyway, back to this. What is your look on the chat pad / keyboard debauchery?
The big thing about the chat pad / keyboard, I don't really ever use it. To me, it's just like another phone accessory. Most phones have keyboards anymore, and I can't stand those fucking things. I can't stand texting on phones. There's no point in really having it. I mean, if you're gonna, they give you the option for voice messaging. I advise people use it. I'm sick of getting text messages from people, in-game, blah, blah, blah. The PlayStation chat pad, I haven't actually seen it a whole lot. I mean, I've seen it in the stores. I haven't ever actually seen it in use. Why not, if you're going to use text, why not go ahead and just, I don't know, send a message, with not only the buttons on the screen, because they already give you words to go ahead and fill it in with, or just go ahead and use the USB keyboard. It's no big deal. If you can type on a fucking computer, you can type on the fucking PS3 with that thing.
Alright. I have wrote down here, well, I remember what it is, I don't know, but I'll pretty much call this MLD's Live Fun Box Bundle. What happened was MLD bought a year of Live, a headset, a wired headset, mind you, and a copy of PGR4 in this Funbox Live set. Now, he's talking about how Project Gotham Racing will hold him over. It might. I don't know his taste in games. But why would you actually pay the extra fee for a wired headset and a really old title, Project Gotham Racing 4? As I said, not my taste, maybe his. And, still pay the online fee for that. That was, I'm not really sure how much the Live Funbox fee was. I think it's like $70. Okay, so you're paying $20 more, okay, cool, you're getting the game and the headset, but you're still paying for your online ID, and that's it. And, what would you say about the Funbox?
I mean, as a bundle, it's not bad. Granted, I know Microsoft pays for their, they make you pay for your online fees. My big thing on that is, if you're going to get a year, that's fine. The Funbox, if you're into, using Messenger, it might be the thing for you. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but I think it's extremely overpriced. You can buy a PGR4 by itself for $20, so that's pretty much all you're paying for on that. If you're going to put a bundle like that together, you should drop the price a little bit more, I think. I mean, $60 instead of $50. I don't think the full $70. I mean, they're basically making you pay for a game and the subscription. Like I said, $60 at best. PGR4 is not a bad game, but it's better to buy it just by itself instead of, getting a headset, a chat pad. Yeah, a lot of it's just a waste because, the headset you should already have. If you bought your console new and not off of fucking eBay, you should get a new one. The chat pad, optional. Granted, I know they dropped its price majorly since it's come out. It's so far one of the better bundles that Microsoft has put together, but, it's, like I said before, completely overpriced.
Alright, here we have our last of the MLD Vision. Gasp. Yeah, that's right, I said gasp. What are you going to do about it? Nothing, that's right. Moving on. MLD thinking Live is the end-all, be-all online service. Now, don't get me wrong, Live is great, but the only feature Live has that PSN doesn't have is, well, costing money to play online and cross-game chat, which, if you've actually seen one of my earlier news segments, by the end of October, sometime in November, PS3 with 310's getting cross-game chat, so we pretty much have everything Live has, and no fees. No, don't start in with Last.fm, Netflix, and all that. We have a web